Hello, today is Thursday, April 17th, 2025. Going on to today's readings, the Triduum. St. Philip Neri was a popular priest in Rome who was interested in doing things that would bring people, especially youth, together. The 16th century saint also is credited with beginning a Holy Week tradition known as the Seven Church Walk. On the walk, pilgrims visit Rome's four major basilicas: St. Peter, St. Mary Major, St. John Lateran, and St. Paul outside the walls, as well as three of the minor basilicas, St. Sebastian, St. Lawrence outside the walls, and Holy Cross. This walking tradition continues to this day on Holy Thursday, especially among seminarians in Rome. During the visits to the major and minor basilicas, the faithful say prayers for the Pope's intentions. Since the minor basilica of St. Sebastian is out in the Campania, away from the city, it's a favorite area for a picnic, lunch, and a much-needed rest. Visitors to St. Peter's Basilica may notice the Latin inscription Unum et Seven, one of seven, above seven chapels in the basilica. Those unable to do the seven church walk may visit the seven altars in St. Peter's in the spirit of this tradition. John 1:19, verse 38. After this, Joseph of Arimathea, secretly a disciple of Jesus for fear of the Jews, asked Pilate if he could remove the body of Jesus, and Pilate permitted it. So he came and took his body. Joseph of Arimathea is another of those figures who appears from nowhere and after a brief episode is never heard of again. In Matthew, he is described as a rich man who was himself a disciple of Jesus. In Mark, he is a distinguished member of the council, the Sanhedrin. In Luke, he is someone who, though was a member of the council, had not consented to their plan of action. John, in the verse above, describes him as secretly a disciple of Jesus. Contact with Jesus can have effects. It affected Nicodemus, the woman at the well, the man born blind, and Joseph of Arimathea. It affects me too. That's why not simply abstract thought, but contact with Jesus in private prayer and liturgy is so important. Don't just think about Jesus right now. Be in contact with him. Spend some quiet time with the Lord. I appreciate you being here, and I'll catch you tomorrow.